DK Sports. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Steve Kerr and Clark Kellogg with the fourth member of our team, Doris Burke. The starting five. This is our lineup brought to you by State Farm. And guys, taking a look at Tyreke Evans, what are your thoughts on him?
Well, I think the biggest strength for Evans is his penetration and finishing ability. He's a strong kid, deceptive ball handler, and he uses those shifty moves to get into the lane, and then that strength allows him to get to the basket and finish.
And the creativity as a finisher, really, really impressive, not to mention the strength. I mean, that's a lethal combination. He can finish with power or go finesse on you.
Taking a look at Sacramento in the middle of the pack. Standings-wise, they're 13 games out of first.
Well, they played extremely well to get this win streak, Kevin, but right now they're in the midst of a game where it might not continue. The team they're facing wants to end the streak that they are on right now.
And the longer the streak goes on, the bigger the target on their back becomes, because when they're facing a tough team like this one, there's added incentive to come out and win.
Here's Clark. Stolen by Brooks. Now running up the court, Evans trying to push it up. Hayes. The basket good off the assist from Evans. And just over a minute played here in the start of the game.
Very sad to see where this Sacramento franchise has gone kind of the last 4 or 5 seasons, guys. Remember the heyday back in the early 2000s when they had Vlade Divac, Mike Bibby, Stojakovic, and they filled up the building every night back then. We'll see if they can ultimately get it rolling again here in Sacramento.
From deep, Brooks gets it to go. Brooks has got his first 3 points of the game.
Yeah, 3 out of 4 from the floor, so a good start for this club.
The drive by Jennings. Gets it to go. Jennings has got his first basket of the night. Steve, that old team you were talking about, those old Kings teams, that was incredible how they played. In fact, I remember the commissioner, Clark, David Stern, said, we would love if the entire league played with that kind of flair and flamboyance and passion that Kings team of that era played with. They were so fun to watch.
They really were. One of my favorite teams, the way they played, they came close to knocking off the Lakers in the Western Finals, and they really were one of my favorite teams to watch. It shows, Kevin, that you can have and sustain a winning team in a small market like Sacramento.
Free throw good, Salmons. Last game for the Kings, they picked up the W against the Suns.
And what a terrific game for their role players, guys. They had players coming off the bench and chipping in offensively.
Yeah, and it was an unexpected boost, but a big one nonetheless. I mean, they didn't miss a beat. No matter what unit was on the floor, things were being done effectively.
Now here's Hayes. Aaron Brooks missing his last shot. Back to Evans. Puts it up from 12. Tries again. The shot's good from Hayes.
Textbook offensive rebounding right there. I love that. Those putbacks are buckets any team loves to get.
Pass to Clark. Fires from the wing. And Dellenberg with the slam. About 3 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Brooks outside. Here's Salmons. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Brooks. Brooks has got 3 assists tonight.
And you look at Scott Skiles, coach of the Bucks. I'll tell you, everybody knew he was going to coach someday when he was a player, because nobody was more prepared and nobody spent more time watching film than Scott Skiles. He always knew he wanted to coach.
And that one's good by Clark.
Creating that kind of shot in close is really your primary objective every possession.
Kings leading now by 4. Back to Cousins. And it's blocked by Dellenberg. And they'll keep possession. Offensive rebound. Good on the shot. Cousins has got his second bucket of the night.
And we see him get so many points that way because the effort is there constantly on the offensive glass.
Kicks it out to Jennings. Bosh kicks to Clark. Allen outside. Second shot opportunity. That is good. Allen's got 5 points so far. Going back to Scott Skiles and his use of film as a player, if you like watching film, the NBA entering a golden age in that regard. I mean, everybody's doing it.
Yeah, it's all broken down and organized. I mean, these days you watch it on a laptop or a tablet. I mean, film study really is something coaches and players use on a daily basis now in the NBA.
Doris Burke had a chance to catch up with head coach Keith Smart. Doris?
A lot of his focus in preparing his team for this game centered around how they plan to deal with point guard Brandon Jennings. He said Jennings is a blur out there. He's so fast, and he plays with a relentless energy. It's a challenge for any team to really keep up with him. Kevin, we'll see if they can do it.
Thanks again, Doris. He feeds it to Allen. Gallenberg. He kicks to Clark. Clock at 6. Inside to Bosh. Count that one.
And it's his poise at the offensive end that impresses me most. This guy is unflappable.
Salmons kicks to Brooks. Cousins with a screen on Jennings. The dish now to Cousins. To the middle. The shot's good from Hayes. Hayes has got his third basket of the night right there. Bucks trail by 4.
And you think about Chuck Hayes, you remember his 6 seasons with the Rockets, excellent defensive center. Now a member of the Kings, and that's worked out pretty well for Chuck and his family. Only about an hour's drive to his home in Modesto, so very close to Sacramento.
And here is Brooks, following Brandon Jennings' 3. Brooks gets the screen from Cousins. Dishes to Salmons. And so he draws the foul on the shot, a trip to the line to shoot 2. And prior to last season, the Kings signed him to a 4-year contract and then voided it after his physical showed heart issues. No doubt a stressful time for him.
It certainly was, Kevin. Fortunately, subsequent tests showed there wasn't a problem, and they re-signed him to another deal for even a little more money. So at the end of the day, it all worked out pretty well.
And some changes here for the Kings. Hawes comes in for DeMarcus Cousins, and James Johnson is subbed in for Chuck Hayes. Drew Gooden has checked in for Milwaukee.
Well, if you're a basketball fan, you remember Keith Smart hitting the game-winning jump shot for Indiana back in the 1987 Final Four. And he went on to have a long career as an assistant coach in the league and now doing a nice job as the main man in Sacramento.
Puts it up from 12. The Bucks trail. They come in fresh off a win against the Warriors.
They went up against an extremely passive defense in that game, Clark. That was something to watch.
Yeah, but trust me, Steve, they weren't complaining about it at all. I mean, you love to catch a team having an off night defensively.
And the Kings making a change here. Thornton's checked in. And Coach Smart likes to keep in touch with his players off the court using text messaging. Check in with them often.
Well, that's the way you got to do it these days. I mean, you got to take advantage of modern technology and be able to relate to your players, whether it's online social networking or whatever it is. I mean, you've got to be able to connect with your players as a coach on some level, and that's a good way for Coach Smart to do it.
Here is Brooks. Last game we saw him score 14. Milwaukee's gone 2 or 3 from deep so far in this game. Here's Clark. Cans the 12-footer. Clark's got 6 points.
That jump shot's like a layup for him when the defense backs off like that.
Brooks kicks to Thornton. He dishes it to Johnson. The fadeaway, and that one's good. Johnson's got his first 2 points.
They are in attack mode right now. That's 10 straight points, guys, all coming inside the paint.
And Steve, if I'm them, I'd keep going right to the heart of that defense like they have been until they do something about it. If they don't offer resistance, take everything you can get in there.
The Kings shooting well right out of the gates here at around 50%. Brooks kicks to Hawes. There's the feed to Evans. Shot clock at 6. Brooks, left side. No good. And Milwaukee will come the other way. This is their second meeting of the year against this Kings team.
Well, they rolled them in that game, and it was mostly due to the big rebounding advantage they have.
The Kings trailing. Johnson with a screen on Jennings. Brooks outside. Here's Johnson. Ray Allen pulls it in. Steve just mentioned their rebounding edge in that last game, Clark, and it really was a big one.
Kevin, I mean, they were in complete control of the boards, and there's no question that was the overriding factor in the game.
Well, Bosh is a skilled power forward. He has a polished face-up game. What he really wants to do is catch the ball 15, 17 feet out, turn, face, and use either that jump shot or the quickness to get around his defender.
Well, a big part of his versatility is the accurate jump shot. I mean, able to spread the floor for his teammates as penetrators, and with his 6'11" height, it's a tough shot to recover to.
Here's what Sacramento's going with right now. DeMarcus Cousins, he's checked in for Hawes. Tyler Hunnicutt comes in for Tyreek Evans. Francisco Garcia, he's checked in for Marcus Thornton. And George Hills subbed in for Aaron Brooks. Here's Dunleavy. From outside the arc. Rebound by Garcia. Sacramento's gone 2 of 2 from three-point range here in the first quarter. Hunnicutt. And so it looks like the Kings will retain possession here. Here's a look at the 2K leaderboard with the teams that have been money from the foul line since the All-Star break. The Bucks #1.
Now that break sure did them a lot of good because they have been locked in from the free throw line ever since.
Hill inside, defended by Dunleavy. Pulls up on the elbow. Garcia can't get it to go.
Looked like he rushed that one, guys. The defense was out of position. He was wide open, just couldn't take advantage.
Feeds it to Udo. Pass to Udrih. Shoots over Garcia, and Udrih gets it to go. The Kings trailed by 3. Hill dishes to Garcia. A three-pointer off the mark.
Nobody near him. He'll normally make that one.
Harris a screen on Hill. Here's Udrih, and there are the Bucks with another bucket.
I'll tell you what, I like the mid-range game I'm seeing from these guys. I mean, they're making a living at it.
Yeah, a little bit of a lost art these days in the NBA, but we're seeing some really efficient offense in that area from these guys.
Baseline J on the way. No luck. The Bucks go the other way with it. And another basket for Milwaukee.
You know, they've been doing an excellent job, Kevin, on the offensive boards here, keeping the ball alive and then converting those second chances when they get them.
Hill kicks to Garcia. The pass to Johnson. Over Mbaamute. Udrih grabs the board.
Well contested shot there.
And that's the key defensively. You've got to make them work for it, challenge every shot.
Hill pulls it in. The Kings trail by 7. 3-on-3. Garcia. Defended by Dunleavy. And yes, sir, that one drops. Garcia's got his first 2 points of the night.
Hasn't been able to get it going offensively. It's been a slow start for him.
And Udrih kicks to Dunleavy. Kicks to Harris. Bucks passing it around. Here's Udrih. Money from the wing. Udrih has got 8. The Kings shooting to start out this game about 43%. He feeds it to Garcia. Pass to Cousins. From the baseline. Can't get it to go.
The defense got away with one there. I mean, usually he'll hurt you if you give him that kind of a shot.
Udrih, the pass to Dunleavy. Harris, right side. He kicks it to Udrih. Over Hill, and Udrih gets it to go. And it's a 9-point Bucks lead. from half court. No good. The scoring fast and furious as we end the first quarter. Bucks lead by 9. Live from Sacramento, you're watching 2K Sports.
Make sure to pick up the newest copy of NBA2K.
Welcome back, everyone. A lopsided first quarter in the books already as we start the second quarter. And for the Bucks guys, what jumps out to you stats-wise?
And a good start for this club. I like the way they played together, really moved the ball and did a nice job offensively.
Yeah, excellent ball movement, and it's paid off on the scoreboard, too. You know, George Hill almost has the perfect basketball body. He's long, lean, a nice two-way player at 6'2", a combo guard, more scorer than playmaker. But what I really like about him is he can defend either guard spot, and on occasion can defend small forwards, too.
I think Greg Popovich liked that about him in San Antonio. And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. Setting the floor for the Bucks. Clark in at shooting guard. Dunleavy is out there with John Henson. Then there's Gooden, and it's Jennings in at the 1 spot. Okay, well, let's check in with Doris Burke reporting from our sideline in this game. Doris, take it away.
Well, guys, cool hands in the last outing against the Warriors had a huge game. He ended with 29 points and played some lockdown defense as well, causing havoc on both ends of the floor. Just absolutely incredible numbers from him in a game you didn't want to miss. So glad we were here to watch it, Kevin.
Thanks, Doris, very much. I'm sure he's going to carry some of that great momentum, Clark, into tonight.
And that's the way it works, guys. A big game like that just carries over sometimes. We'll see.
Yeah, all of a sudden the rim looks big, everything seems to come easy, and your game just flows.
Here's Brooks. Here's Hayes. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Hayes has got 8 points.
Points in the paint have been the main course, or main entree, if you will. They just keep pounding it inside.
Well, they're seeing no resistance defensively in the paint area, so the defense has got to be tougher.
And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back.
In the second half of the season, you get an idea of the Bucks and where they stand statistically. First in scoring, first in assists, and they're also #1 in shooting percentage. This is a team that prides itself on taking high-quality shots.
And the points that they're scoring per game that you talked about is really a result of great offensive execution. And this is a club that works well together. They get great looks, and they'll also score in transition.
Now, here's Simmons. He has 7. Evans outside. Off the screen. They get it back. Here's Cousins. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. The Kings have gone 3 of 4 at the free throw line tonight.
And comparing to the numbers of last season, they've made a bit of improvement. So that's some positive momentum they can look to build on.
He misses the free throw.
Well, when you look at DeMarcus Cousins, it's just amazing, his skill and his size. 6'11", 270, but he can pass, he can shoot, he's got great hands. He's got tremendous potential. It's just a matter of him working hard to be consistent on a nightly basis.
Chris Bosh has checked in for Milwaukee. Udrih comes in for Tobias Harris. He hits the second from the line. And big men with size and talent of DeMarcus Cousins don't come along all that often. He's a strong player, great rebounder. Clark, the ability to score inside and out.
And, you know, he's continuing to make strides. He's cut down on his turnovers. Shot selection is getting better. His footwork is excellent. This is a guy who can really be a force for a long time if he stays on this path.
Francisco Garcia, he's checked in for John Salmons. And Milwaukee also making a switch. Dunleavy's checked in. And so it's Milwaukee now. They've led by as many as 11 points. Here's Udrih. He's guarded by Hill. And here's Jennings outside. Jennings can't get that one to fall.
Not able to find it here in the second. He's off stride and off track just a bit after that one he had earlier.
Well defended, and he's not someone who responds well to that kind of defensive pressure.
It's hauled in by the Kings.
Well, at least he had the presence of mind to change his shot when the defense got on him. You've got to improvise sometimes.
Sacramento again missing.
It's just been a brutal outing for him. He still hasn't managed to make a shot, and the team is struggling because of it.
Fires at the elbow. Jennings can't get that one to fall.
Nothing's working for him here. He's just really struggling to find the basket.
Here's Garcia. Good, and it's Hill picking up the assist. Garcia's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Sometimes folks forget about his decent mid-range jumper. He can knock those down all game given the chance.
Here's Udrih. It's on target from the high post. Udrih has got 12 in the game.
And this team really dialed in from that mid-range area.
Seems like every hoop they get, Steve, there's a step or two in from the three-point line. I mean, you got to take what the other team is giving you, and they're certainly doing that.
There's the dish to D'Alembert. It's back to Jennings. Dishes it to Dunlap. He passes to Udrih. Over Hill. Udrih can't hit.
That's his comfort zone, so defensively, really nice job challenging the shot.
Johnson sends the screen for Garcia. Beyond the arc. Snatched up. And Cousins kicks to Garcia. On the wing, Hill. He dishes it to Garcia. Cousins goes right up, and he lays it straight in. And now it's just a 4-point Bucks lead.
That's where you like to get shots, inside and close to the hoop.
And Udrih gets to Jennings. Bosh heads the pick for Jennings. Fires the three. Good. Jennings has got 5 points now this quarter.
And the defense really has to pick it up here, guys. They allowed themselves to get picked too easily.
Hill kicks to Evans. The feed to Johnson. Over Bosh. It's rebounded by Bosh. Bosh has got 4 rebounds in this game. Passes it to D'Alembert. Back to Bosh. Feeds it to Udrih. Jennings. Just 5 on the clock. That's good. And it's Udrih with the assist that time. And it's a 10-point Bucks lead.
He's starting to put it together now, guys. He's added 2 3-pointers after hitting 1 in the first.
The Kings shooting a lackluster 38% for the game, struggling so far. Timeout called by the Kings. Nice game. Great performance by Brandon Jennings.
He's definitely rolling offensively. You might not be able to stop him, but you've got to find a way to contain him.
Some great shooters here. Let's check out the league leaders. If you look at D'Alembert, a great player, second in the league. And, of course, Drew Gooden.
Well, both of these guys, Kevin, have had 2 of the highest shooting percentages this season. And even if the fans haven't noticed it, the coaches and their opponents have noticed it, that's for sure.
Tyler Honeycutt's checked in for Sacramento. And Milwaukee with a change here, too. Udo's checked in. Hill dishes to Cousins. Cousins gets the screen from Evans. Blocked. Now Udrih. 12 points for him. Now the pass to Jennings. Takes it to Udrih. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact and he'll shoot 2. Let's quickly take a look at the standings out west. The season nearly complete. Look at the Lakers. And of course Sacramento. Quite a few spots down the ladder right now.
You know, for the Kings, they've looked like a different team than the one that was a cellar dweller last year. They've started the process of bringing success to this franchise.
Well, these guys have a lot of pride, Clark, and after such a tough season a year ago, I think they were really focused on making a daily improvement, and I think the whole organization at this point is very pleased with their performance so far.
And he can't hit the second. The Kings trail by 11. And the Kings pushing it up now. Hill leading the charge. Here's Evans. And no good. The dry spell continuing for him.
Tell you what, things just aren't bouncing his way this quarter.
Udrih, the pass to Jennings. Udrih, and he slams it in one-handed.
Pretty significant lapse there on the defensive end, guys.
Yeah, those are the ones, you just can't allow these.
No, if you're giving up dunks and layups, defensively, you're in huge trouble.
Here's Evans. The rebound by the Bucks. Udrih has got his 5th rebound in this one.
Nothing's going right for him right now. He's kind of lost it here in the quarter.
Following this one, they get to host the Mavericks. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again.
And keep an eye on that Mavericks score. That's a great matchup there.
Timeout called by the Kings.
Well, with the effort of the new CBA to close some gaps between the big spenders in the league, the NBA also raised the floor for teams each year in terms of the minimum salary cap. So the union insisted on that because they wanted to make sure teams weren't just hoarding their money.
And some changes here for the Kings. Spencer Hawes is checked in for Cousins. Hayes comes in for Tyreke Evans. And it's Brooks in for Francisco Garcia. The Bucks also changing it up. Drew Gooden is checked in for Bosh. Henson comes in for Mike Dunleavy. And Cool Hand subbed in for Udrih. They recover it. Jennings with the ball. He had a 27-point outing in their last game against the Warriors in Oakland. He feeds it to Clark. Too long in the paint, and he's hit with the 3-second violation.
You know, there's a lot of guys who can hit shots when they're left open, but I'm amazed by his ability to hit shots with defenders draped all over him.
Yeah, almost high-fiving him on the follow-through is what it looks like. He knows exactly how much space he needs to get his shot off, and he doesn't even worry about the rest of it.
And so he hits the technical free throw. And the Kings making a change here. Thornton's checked in. Jennings against Brooks. Here's Clark. 29 points for him last game against Golden State.
And he was so good defensively, anticipating every pass. He had a ton of steals in that game.
Great finish there, Kevin. Took it strong to the cup.
Yeah, an aggressive two-handed jam.
And that's the kind you like, especially in traffic. You got to make sure.
And Sacramento has possession. After the basket by Milwaukee, Brooks kicks to Thornton. He kicks it to Hawes. Here's Hayes. A strong effort on the rebound. Nets the second chance points. Hayes has got 4 this quarter.
He's been hot for most of this game, and if he keeps it up, his team could turn things around.
Inside, Jennings. Brooks covering. Stolen by Brooks. It's 2-on-1. Here's Honeycutt.
That's foul number 2, and I think he's got to be really careful not to pick up the 3rd before the half.
And he drew the blocking foul. He'll go to the line for 2. This is his first free throw of the game.
And fellas, I think you have to like his improvements over his free throw numbers from a year ago. It's not a significant number or a huge amount, but it's improvement nonetheless.
Ray Allen is checked in for the Bucks. Can't cash in from close range. The Kings trail by 13. Brooks dishes to Thornton. Over Henson. Thornton no good.
Well, that's another good rebound for him. Hasn't mattered at all that he's given up some inches to a few of the other guys on the floor.
The drive by Jennings. Kicks it out to Allen. Puts up a 3. Again, Allen missing. The Kings shooting is definitely lagging at the moment. They're just 30% in the second quarter. Jennings passes to Henson.
I tell you what, you need to archive that one for the highlight tape.
Oh, yeah, that is a keeper. You're correct.
Man, that was incredible.
Yeah.
And those plays will give your team a huge boost.
Brooks kicks to Hawes. Thornton lets it go from deep. That's good. Thornton's got 8 points.
That's all the space he needs, guys. He'll make you pay every time if you give him that shot.
Here's Clark. 7 points in the game. Takes the lead pass. Henson dishes to Gooden. And easy 2 points on the layup. Gooden's got 4 points in the quarter.
He's making it look easy scoring out there because he's much more efficient here in the second.
Brooks kicks to Thornton. Goes up. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Brooks. Brooks has got 5 assists in the game.
Marcus Thornton, a natural scorer with deep range. Second-round pick out of LSU. He has been instant offense in this league right from the beginning of his rookie season.
Here is Brooks. Ray Allen picking up that last basket. There's the pick. Tries it from the top of the key. Thornton no good.
Well, they'll give him that shot. He doesn't have the most reliable jump shot in the world. We know that.
And Marcus Thornton at 6'4", a little undersized for that two-guard position.
Yeah, and that may hold him back a little bit defensively, Kevin, but he's strong, and I think he's got the capability to be a solid defender, and we've seen him show that he's got tremendous potential as a scorer. He can really put the ball in the basket from deep or off the dribble getting to the lane.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
Well, you look at the numbers on the season, he's shooting 86% from the free throw line.
Guys, I like that this is a part of his game that has really been consistent this year.
And some changes here for the Kings. DeMarcus Cousins, he's checked in for Hawes. Evans comes in for Tyler Huntington. And it's Selman's in for Marcus Thornton. Milwaukee also making some changes. Chris Bosh is checked in for Gooden. And Mbah-a-Moute comes in for Henson. And Tobias Harris subbed in for Brandon Jennings. Here's Clark. The Kings getting the bucket. To the inside. Here is Mbah-a-Moute. Harris covered by Evans. The Bucks working the ball around. Out of bounds. Sacramento takes possession.
Looking at the Kings over the last month, let's see how they stacked up in the league statistically. 3rd in rebounding, 6th in three-point field goal percentage, and they are in the top 10 in team points per game.
And the rebounds really jump out at me, Clark, when you talk about all those numbers. I mean, this is a ferocious rebounding team. They're very physical, and they always take the fight to their opponent. They seem to own the paint, and when they do that well, they're awfully tough to beat.
Cousins with a screen on Harris. And that's Evans penetrating. And the lead is down inside single digits. Evans has got 4 points now in the quarter.
They slowed down casting those triples here in the second.
I'd actually like to see them go back outside, Clark, because they had a good flow, a good pace here early on.
Bosh kicks to Clark. 6 on the shot clock. The Bucks need to get a shot off here. Gets it to go. And it's 8 points for Chris Bosh.
Well, they keep going right back to the paint, and who can blame them? I mean, they're getting it done in there.
Yeah, 3 of their last 5 buckets, guys, have come from inside the lane area, so I'd expect them to continue to go inside right at the defense. And that's the way it's been. A big margin for them in the rebounding category.
You know, sometimes you got to get down and dirty and do the dirty work. And in this one, they've done it, and it's paid off on the scoreboard in a big way.
The Bucks shooting their 4th and 5th attempts at the free throw line tonight.
That's been one of the strongest aspects of this team this season. I mean, there have been very few off nights for them at the free throw line.
Well, they're doing a nice job of drawing fouls here in the quarter and getting to the free throw line.
You know, the clock might not keep moving, but constantly getting points from the foul line, that's a great way to maintain your lead.
Catching up on the changes for Sacramento. Garcia comes in for Chuck Hayes. And George Hills subbed in for Aaron Brooks. Outside Hill. Cousins with a screen for Hill. Gives him the lead pass. From 17 feet out. Cousins with another miss. Got it up. No good. So we've reached the end of the first half of play. The Bucks on top. They lead by 13.
Now, presented by Sprint.
From the 2K Sport.
Well, it's been a one-sided affair so far through the first 2 quarters, but there's plenty of time to mount a comeback.
What a performance from Jennings here. 15 points and he's nailed 3 from long range. That's 9 points from deep.
Well, I like that he's not hesitating to pull the trigger. I mean, if he's got room, he's going to take the shot. He's putting some fear in this defense.
We got DeMarcus Cousins. Salmon's out there with Brooks. That's Hayes. And it's Evans in at the small forward position. That's the 5 out there for the Kings. And the Kings pushing it up now. Evans leading the charge.
The one-handed flush. Very nice.
Yeah, nice strong finish there.
Just punched it home.
Here's Clark. Salmon's covering. D'Alembert passes to Clark. Kicks it out to Allen. Inside to Bosh. Another shot. Rebound by the Kings. Hayes has got his 7th rebound here tonight.
And they've missed the first 3 shots of the third quarter.
And out of bounds as the Bucks gain possession. Well, this group of shooting guards has given us a little bit of something extra lately, including excellent rebounding, so you can see those numbers. Number 5 is Tyreke Evans.
And these are sort of your do-it-all guys. You know, even if rebounding isn't necessarily a priority for shooting guards, it's still an important skill to have.
Yeah, I agree with you. As much as you can do to help your team, you increase your value and your importance. And the guys on this list give their team a huge boost with their ability to squeeze the orange.
The Kings trail by 13. Brooks outside. Here's Salmons. Evans outside. Pass to Salmons. Yes, and a nice assist from Evans. Salmons got 11 points. Bucks leading by 11. Jennings kicks to Clark. It's back to Jennings. Now the dish to Clark. And that one's good. He's got 11.
Boy, they are really getting chewed up inside here. I mean, that's 8 of the last 10 points they've given up inside, in the paint.
Yeah, and the paint should be sacred ground for a defense. I mean, you can't let anybody just trot in there and get an easy bucket.
Evans attacking the 11-footer, and the rebound goes to D'Alembert. D'Alembert's got his 3rd rebound on the night.
And this is why they have the big lead. The rebounding has been dominant.
You know, guys, the +8 rebounding, I don't think it tells the whole story. I mean, they've been the more physical team from the outset. That's been the difference, their physicality.
Brooks against Jennings. We have the step back, but they'll get another chance.
Multiple possessions have been the story of the game, and even with the big lead, this team continues to be quicker to the ball.
Salmons dishes to Brooks. Back to Salmons. Over Clark. Salmons no luck. Bucks leading by 15. It's Jennings with the drive, and that one's good. Jennings has got 17 now.
They're really playing well at both ends, offensively and defensively, guys.
Yeah, it's been a complete performance, Steve. You look back on this game, it's one that you would hope to be able to build on.
Good. He's got 13.
You know, he got one step ahead of the defense on that one. Excellent job.
3rd quarter action, and just under 3.5 minutes have gone. Dishes it to Clark. It's back to Jennings. Shot from the wing, and there are the Bucks with another bucket.
Now, the offensive efficiency has been really important. I think that's been the difference.
Well, you know, I think it's pretty simplistic, but it does oftentimes come down to this, making shots, and that's what they've done.
Brooks, the pass to Salmons. Over Clark. Goes back up. The shot's good from Hayes. Hayes has got 12 in the game.
Boy, what a great job of getting into the teeth of the defense and scoring in the paint.
And that's been their main point of attack. I mean, get the ball deep and try to score from in tight rather than rely on their outside shooting. I mean, that's a more consistent way to score. Take it inside.
Catching up on the changes for Sacramento. Spencer Hawes is checked in for Cousins. And it's Thornton in for John Salmons. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. The Bucks have shot 80% from the line tonight, going 4 of 5 so far.
Yeah, in general, they've been very solid. I mean, free throw shooting isn't something they've had to worry about too much this season, guys.
So he gets them both. The Kings trail by 16. Now here's Brooks. Right now averaging 17 points a game. And Hawes kicks to Thornton. The 3 ball. Here's Hayes. Gets the bucket. Hayes has got 15.
Again, they attack the hoop from the lane, and it's been really good to them.
Yeah, they're getting whatever they want down there. That's 4 of their last 5 buckets coming in the paint area.
The Bucks making a switch here. Harris is checked in. Clark dishes to Allen. Here's Harris. Rebound by the Kings. They'll be playing host to Chicago for their next game. That'll be the last of 3 straight at home for the team. And Brooks gets it to go.
That's grace over power, guys. With that finger roll, gets him 2 points. Impressive stuff.
Here's Clark. He's got 11. Got a piece of it. And stolen by Thornton. The Kings have gone at a pretty good shooting pace. They're 6 of 13 from the field here in the third. Brooks against Harris. Evans kicks to Thornton. 6 to shoot. Second chance effort. Evans' shot is good. They got on this roll a while ago, and they just haven't looked back.
Attacking the paint again and again.
You know, they're getting whatever they want. I mean, 8 straight points coming inside.
Harris passes to Gooden. He dishes it to Clark. Leads him in there. Whoops, anticipated the pass. Turnover. And here's Thornton outside. And it's Thornton again missing. Hayes. He gets it to fall. That makes it just a single-digit lead. Hayes has got 17 now. Jennings dishes to Clark. For Hawes. And that one's good by Clark. And here is Brooks. 5 points in the game. He passes to Thornton. Back to Brooks. Lets the 3 fly. Gets it to go. 8 points for him.
Now we're getting used to seeing him hit those shots, aren't we?
Clark kicks to Harris. Working on Hayes. Allen covered by Evans. Bucks passing it around. Clock at 6. Clark the pass to Jennings. Right up. Second chance shot. And the running layup is good. Gooden's got 8.
Oh, they're now +5 in the rebound category, really controlling the glass.
And rebounding is one of those non-glamour stats. I mean, it takes work and effort and tenacity and physicality. But when you look at the scoreboard, you can see the correlation.
That's right where they wanted to go with the ball on that possession.
Bucks leading by 7. Good look. And the shot is good. Gooden's got 4 points in the quarter.
Boy, he's been so cool out there, composed, never rattled. I mean, a very steady contributor to the offense.
Wasted no time on that one. Bucks have gone 8 of 13 on shot attempts to begin the second half. It's back to Jennings. And there's the feed to Gooden for Hawes. And another basket for Milwaukee.
Well, with Brandon Jennings, we've seen steady improvement in terms of his shooting percentage during the course of his career. He came in as just a jump shooter, but now he's really finishing around the rim and showing better shot selection as well.
Here's Brooks. Feeds to Evans. That drops and it comes off an assist from Brooks. Brooks has got his 8th assist here tonight. Jennings kicks to Clark. That's good. Clark's got 15. And for Jennings, as we talk about him offensively, a quick, explosive guard. He can't create his shot. Clark pretty easy.
Yeah, I think he could be comfortably a 20-point-per-game scorer in this league, Kevin. The issue with him is just to continue to grow and be an efficient, to make the game easier for himself, to know how to harness and unleash his terrific speed. That's where he's going to make his next step of growth.
The offensive rebound. It's going to be a goaltending call here, so they'll count the bucket.
He didn't get to that one quite in time, Kevin. Those can be tough to gauge sometimes.
Yeah, the fans not agreeing with the call there.
Well, that's one way to get a reaction from the fans, guys.
Catching up on the changes for Sacramento. DeMarcus Cousins, he's checked in for Hawes. Garcia comes in for Chuck Hayes. John Salmons, he's checked in for Marcus Thornton. And George Hills subbed in for Aaron Brooks.
I can imagine they're going to hear an earful about this next stop. I mean, that's 3 straight field goals given up right in the middle of the lane. Inexcusable.
Well, defense starts at the rim. I mean, you want teams shooting the ball from the outside, and that's not happening. They're just giving up everything inside.
Bucks leading by 11. Passes it to Clark. And there's the pass to Nba2K13. Jennings, the tray, and it's John Salmons with the rebound.
No luck for him this half after being outstanding from outside the arc in the first half.
The Kings shooting 54% since they had a chance to talk things over at halftime. They're looking locked in out there now. 14 feet away. Milwaukee with the rebound. And Nba2K13 has got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Jennings kicks to Clark. For the 3. No luck. And Sacramento will go the other way with it. Kicks to Garcia. With the lead pass. Hit his foot. And the ref saying he kicked it. Aaron Brooks, he's checked in for Francisco Garcia. The Bucks also with the sub. Samuel Dallenberg, who's checked in for Chris Bosh. 1:46 left in the third quarter. Outside Hill. Brooks. Shot clock at 6. Salmons up top. Over Udo. They get it back. Cousins buries it down low. Cousins has got 9.
Well, he's been scoring pretty well on just a few attempts. It might help him out if he was a bit more assertive.
Clark dishes to Nba2K13. Jennings, he feeds it to Dallenberg. He kicks to Clark. There's the pick. The dish to Nba2K13. That's tipped. Stolen by Evans. .55 left here in the third quarter.
I don't like his body language, guys, right now. He looks like he's completely out of rhythm.
Clark, the pass to Nba2K13. Stolen by Evans. Clark, they've been looking out of sync offensively.
You know what? A basket here would do a lot for their confidence.
Brooks misses.
Really strong performance by them so far on the glass.
You know, the lead they have in the rebounding category is also part of the reason they're on top on the scoreboard as well.
Jennings with the bucket.
And it looks to me like he still has some of the shooting touch that he displayed in the first.
Now Hill, still looking to get on the scoreboard. Back to Brooks. Pass to Evans. Lets it fly from 18. That drops and it comes off an assist from Brooks. Brooks has got 9 assists now tonight. And here's Jennings. Here's Clark. Over Hill. And he beat the buzzer, but it's no good. And here at the end of the third quarter, it's Welcome back as we get ready to start the fourth quarter. Who's had the Sprite uncontainable game in this one? Well, let's send it out to our Dorisburg. Doris?
Hey, Kev, the uncontainable game in this one goes to the Bucks. It seems every offensive set they've gone to has worked with flying colors. It's definitely the kind of game they were hoping for before the tip.
Thank you, Doris. Setting the floor for the Bucks. Clark in at point guard. Gallenberg's out there with Chris Bosh. Then it's Allen. And it's Harris in at the small forward.
Did you see the pick there? Got him wide open all the way to the rim.
Dishes it to Thornton. He dishes it to Evans. Back to Thornton. Shoots the three. The rebound by the Bucks. Harris has got his 6th rebound on the night.
Defense better watch out. They better be alert because this guy can make threes, as we saw in the first half.
A different look for Milwaukee. Drew Gooden has checked in for Dallenberg. And it's Jennings in for cool hands. The Kings trail by 12. Brooks kicks to Cousins. Back to Brooks. Jacks up a three, and that one's good.
He's really flipped the script with his performance here in the second half.
Allen with it. Fourth quarter of basketball. We're about a minute into it. Here's Jennings, and that one's good. Jennings has got 26. King shooting about 42% so far. Now here's Brooks. On the wing, Thornton. From downtown, it's hauled in by Harris. Harris has got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one.
They have really been a group of glass eaters out there today, fellas. I mean, just devouring any and all rebounds.
And I think that's the difference in the game right now. A double-digit lead in that category.
Brooks outside. Now the feed to Hayes. Back to Brooks. Marcus Thornton on the wing. Fires from deep. Kept alive. 4 seconds left. Blocked. But they get it back. Knocks it loose. It's Allen with the drive. It's hauled in by the Kings.
Well, I think he kind of alligator armed that one. Short stroked it. After doing a nice job to get open, he didn't finish the shot.
Feeds to Thornton. This one for 3, and that one's good.
6 points in short order. 2 straight from deep. That's what can happen with the 3 ball.
Yep, they've got it going. Nice, clean looks.
Here's Allen. And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the 4th. Jennings kicks to Gooden. That falls. Great assist by Brandon Jennings. And the Bucks lead by 12.
His shooting percentage is off the charts, guys. He's really hitting his shots today.
It's Evans on the wing. High post Cousins. From 18 feet away. Chris Bosh with the rebound. Bosh has got rebound number 8 now on the night. Here's Jennings. That drops. Jennings has got 13 points in the second half.
Something has to change, guys. That's 10 straight points coming in the paint against this team.
Well, they got to collapse in there, and everybody's got to be conscious of it. It's a team effort in protecting the paint. Control the ball, and then everybody's got to get in there and keep the defense locked down. Big lead on the boards usually equals a big lead in the game. This team is on cruise control.
Well, the rebounding differential is double digits already, so this is a team that just looks bigger and tougher than the opponent.
You know, he may lack grace, but his length makes up for it. He can still throw it down now.
Well, you don't have to be a fantastic leaper when you're his size.
Well, it's too bad because with a little more athleticism, can you imagine how dangerous he'd be underneath the boards?
Now a timeout called by Milwaukee.
And Tyreke Evans is so tough to cover one-on-one. He's strong, he's quick, great ball handler, able to get by most defenders. I think the question with Evans is whether he can improve that outside shot. You know, can he get to the point where that stroke is really consistent? That's the question.
And I think Doris Burke has something for us right now. Doris?
Over that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to hear what Scott Skiles said to his team. He laid one thing out there for them, saying, now is the time to eliminate any chance of a mistake. We've got a good lead. Don't take any unnecessary risks or commit a silly foul. Smart basketball from here on out.
Gets the bucket. 14 points for Chris Bosh. And coming back to Tyreke Evans, Steve, as you mentioned, shooting has been the challenge, Clark, for him.
Yeah, and he's worked exhaustively with a shot doctor trying to tinker with his motion and so forth, but the results have been slow in coming, and it's something that he'll just have to continue to chip away at, particularly during the offseason.
Jennings against Brooks. Passes it to Thornton from past the arc, and it's Thornton again missing.
Looks like he's just trying to shoot his way out of this cold spell, but I don't know about that shot attempt.
Clark dishes to Jennings. Off his foot, and it's whistle to kick. Tyreke Evans is checked in for Sacramento. Here's Clark inside to Bosh. DeMarcus Cousins comes up with the rebound, and then Bosh with the jam.
2 hands for safety, 1 hand if you want major elevation.
That's right. That's right.
You know you can get up higher with 1 hand. Did you know that?
I did not know that.
It really is true. I mean, you can extend better with 1.
Well, whatever he did, whatever it was, it definitely worked, Clark.
Offensive rebound, and Cousins kicks to Hayes. Here's Salmons. He sinks the 11-footer.
Just a horrible job of boxing out.
Yeah, it's not hard. I mean, come on. You got to box your guy out.
Outside Jennings. Bosh, a screen on Salmons. Clark kicks to Bosh. And the layup is good. Bosh has got 10 points in just the second half.
No question, they're trying to pound the ball inside. That's 5 straight hoops inside.
And if the D won't stop it, keep at it. I mean, those are the kind of looks you want all day long.
Up top, Jennings. Brooks covering. Clark kicks to D'Alembert. He passes to Clark. Six on the shot clock. There's the pass to Jennings. From deep. Can't get it to go. And Sacramento will go the other way with it. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've had a number of empty ones, a long time without a basket.
They got to find something, you're right. And the Bucks with possession. They're on a 16-7 run. Kicks it to Clark. Over Brooks. And another basket for Milwaukee. The Kings trail by 20. Takes it right up. Gets it to go. Brooks has got 5 points now in the quarter.
This is a fantastic performance in this half. He didn't play as well in the first, but you just know with this guy, he's always ready to turn it around.
Here's Clark. In low to D'Alembert. It's hauled in by the Kings. Cousins has got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one. Kicks it out to Evans. Back to Salmons. Rebound, Milwaukee. D'Alembert's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Clark, the pass to Bosh. He feeds it to D'Alembert. Here's Clark. Nails the wide-open jump shot. Clark's got 10 points here in the second half. And the Kings shooting a paltry 33% in the fourth. Not a good showing for this offense. And here is Brooks.
You know, we see so many great players coming into the league from other countries now, guys. The NBA has really been quite proactive, making huge strides in spreading the game internationally.
Salmons, no luck.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get too many better looks from that range.
Here's Clark. Puts the lead pass in front of him. BOSH dishes to Clark. The three. Evans gets the rebound. Evans has got 4 rebounds in this game. Going back to what Clark was just talking about, it's a great topic, Clark, in the game of basketball. It's quickly becoming the most popular spectator sport in, of all places, China.
Well, it's so great, Kevin, to see the game become globally popular. I think it all started with the '92 Dream Team. That's when the world really got to see up close the NBA's superstars, and the impact that team made has really just dramatically affected the NBA. There's fans everywhere now, whether you're talking about China, even India now starting to become very interested in the NBA. So great stuff for the NBA.
Brooks kicks to Hayes. It's Evans on the wing. Brandon Jennings with the rebound. Jennings has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Clark, the pass to Jennings. He kicks it to Clark. There's the triple. And again, Milwaukee with the triple.
He's come out here in the second half and done a nice job moving, getting good looks, and finding his range.
Now Brooks. Brooks gets the screen from Cousins. Selmans kicks to Cousins. Gallenberg's there. Shot clock at 6. Back to Cousins. Got a piece of it. And so it looks like the Kings will retain possession here. And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Kings. And some changes here for the Bucks. Clock at 2. To end the run. And he sails in for the layup. Thornton's got 5 points now in the quarter. Here's Dunleavy.
Well, starting last season, a new method for composing the players for the Rising Stars Challenge. Instead of rookies versus sophomores, you have teams selected from each group, and I really like that. And they're going to stick with it again this season.
And the Kings will go for a different look here. DeMarcus Cousins, he's checked in for Hawes. Hayes comes in for James Johnson. Tyreke Evans is checked in for Tyler Honeycutt. And it's Brooks in for George Hill. It's Jennings with the drive. Good. Jennings has got 30 points. I think the original intent of mixing up the teams with rookies and sophomores was to increase the competition. But, Steve, last season's game wasn't all that close.
Yeah, I'm not sure if the composition of the game really matters as much as just how hard they're going to compete. You know, unlike the All-Star game where guys really get after it, this game, this rookie-sophomore game, has traditionally been a non-competitive game, kind of an exhibition-style game, and I wish guys would play a little harder.
Clark dishes to Jennings. Goes up on the wing. Sacramento grabs the miss.
That's one he knows he should have made.
And the Kings will go for a different look here. Spencer Hawes is checked in for Cousins. Johnson comes in for Chuck Hayes. Tyler Honeycutt's checked in for Tyreke Evans. And George Hill's subbed in for Aaron Brooks. Milwaukee's gotten off 4 3-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen. Here's Udrih. The dish to Gooden. And the officials call a traveling violation.
But that's only his first turnover, so he's done a nice job here offensively.
And it's the Kings with the ball. Hill with it. Pass to Thornton. Launches it. Here's Hawes. Up and in on the layup.
It seems like they're living off these second chance opportunities.
Yeah, they'd probably prefer to just make the initial shot, but if they keep getting these offensive rebounds, I don't think they're going to worry about it too much as long as they get the point.
Here's Udrih. He's guarded by Hill. Good in the pass to Nba2K13. Honeycutt grabs the board.
You know, his finishing ability leaves a lot to be desired, guys. He needs to take it to the basket stronger.
Thornton, no good.
Usually if he gets to the rim, he's converting it into points. But the defense stood tall there.
Udrih. Here's Henson. And their work on the board pays off with the second chance points.
Yeah, this one is just about over. It's going to be an easy win for them in the end.
Yep, I think they can just about put this one on cruise control for the last few seconds here.
Johnson left side. Missed inside. Now Udrih. And so it's the Bucks taking care of business in this one. Some days, Clark, everything goes right for a team, and they just had one of those games.
Yeah, it certainly was. I mean, these guys played a great all-around basketball game here.